Non-humans ain't nothing but nothing. They all run like scared little rabbits. Run, rabbit, run. Run, rabbit. Run, rabbit. Run, rabbit. Run, rabbit, run. Run, rabbit.
Hey, I'm Bill Moseley, and you're watching Death Curse Society. Or you better fucking watch it.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got Zigzag. Colonel?
The Colonel is on assignment.
He's on assignment with his kiddos. So,
Yeah.
it's just the two of us again tonight. It's going to be like this for a few Mondays. He may pop in later. Hopefully he has better lighting than he had last week. That was pretty awful.
And he's got the car parked, actually, before he joins us.
That would be nice, too. I would like him to be safe. Yes, please. So, welcome to the show, folks. Ziggy, how are you doing? You had a hectic Easter weekend. Happy Easter to everybody, by the way, also.
Happy belated Easter. Yeah, man, the plant sale went down, as always, and it was pretty good. The weather was near perfect for Easter season around here, so I can't complain. A little pokey, a little slow today, but we're going to be all right. It's cool. I did get some. See, a couple weeks ago, the Phantasm website, they just said, hey, tell us your first experience seeing Phantasm, and we're going to draw some stories we like and give some shit away. And the top prize was like the Making a Phantasm book by Coscarelli and, an autograph, the whole box set and everything autographed by everybody. So, I was like, oh, fuck, I like that. Sure, I'll go. I told the story I've told here many times about the triple feature with the Fog, the children, and then Phantasm bringing it home. And, I did it zigzag style, and I guess they liked it because I won one of the runner-up prizes, kind of like they added a few at the very end for some stories. So,
what'd you get?
I was thinking this was I wasn't sure if it was bullshit or some kind of scam. I didn't click any links. I just kind of went around it and sent the information. But lo and behold, today.
There you go. Oh, there it is.
There.
Huh.
A nice pin, one of those leather jacket pins of the Ball, baby. And it looks fucking amazing. I guess Gutter Garbs is putting these out, but this is completely sold out already, so don't even try. Sorry about that. And I think I'm keeping this one. Usually I just kind of goes into the prizes to be dealt out bin. I like this one. I'm keeping it.
That one, yeah, that one's yours, huh?
But hey, we got the plane tickets secured for Dallas. We got the plane tickets secured for New Mexico. We're all good to go. So it's real now, folks. It's fucking happening. It's fucking happening.
Yeah, Ziggy was sending me all his flight itineraries and stuff. Like, when can you pick me up at the airport?
So I'm going to have about 6.5 hours to kill in New Mexico.
In New Mexico, yeah.
It's all right, though. I'm going to go on a walkabout, like fucking Crocodile Dundee around New Mexico. I've never been there. I'll find something to do.
Don't take a knife.
I don't know anybody in New Mexico, so I mean, if anybody's around there, you want to hang out for 6 hours, 7 hours, I'm ready.
Here, do me a favor, folks. If you are in the New Mexico area and you can meet Ziggy early on Thursday, right before the con, go have pizza with him, so I don't have to suffer through eating pizza with him.
It is not he doesn't. He likes pizza, but it's a little rough on the system for Crank. So
it kills the IBS, if you will. And I don't even know if I have IBS. I'm just self-diagnosing more than anything. But
you got something.
I got something and pizza does not agree with whatever parasite must be living in my stomach somewhere down there.
It could be anywhere from 2 minutes to an hour after the meal, and you'll hear from any bathroom establishment, Crank. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, there's the other one too, of course. I mean, but
where was we were coming back from the Kansas City barbecue place, and I remember telling you, like even before we left the restaurant, because we stuck around there for a while and just chatted with the wait staff, and of course I was still eating my abundance of multiple meats.
They were so busy trying to, hi-hat me because I was going like, what is this, Alive? They were playing fucking Whitesnake, the European version.
Song,
Here I Go Again. And it was the fucking European version, because if you didn't know, they re-recorded the fucking thing when they came to America with some flashier shredders and stuff like that for the band.
The lyrics are slightly different.
And they changed the lyrics, Drifter was put in instead of Vagabond or whatever the fuck it was.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyways, it sounds a bit different. I'm a musician. I could pick it up, and they were going, "No, Whitesnake. That's fucking Whitesnake, man. What? Whitesnake."
He keyed in right on it too.
I was right. Fuck those guys. Even though they made excellent, best hamburger I've ever had in my life, but you don't know.
Some of the best barbecue. Yeah, some of the best barbecue I've ever had too. The Tin Kitchen, by the way, folks, right outside of Kansas City. Yeah. If you're in that area, take the drive and check it out.
Through a couple of cornfields and Amish backwoods area, but it's there.
It's a trip, but it's good. It's really good. Tell them the DCS sent you. Yep. They won't remember us, but tell them anyway.
No. You tell them, it's like, hey, it's Whitesnake. That was the English cut. That was the original cut, not the American re-release from 1987. Zigzag told us, and we know.
Now they know.
Well,
but yeah, I remember driving back from that place, heading back to the hotel, and telling you, even before we left the restaurant, I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it to the hotel before this is going to have to exit the facility. But and yeah, we didn't make it.
You made it?
No, we had to stop.
We did?
Yeah, we stopped at that weird little gas station that was next to the cornfields.
That poor gas station. It'll never be the same.
And it's probably still not even open. They probably had to shut down that gas station.
You fired a couple warning shots across the bow too, man, but it wasn't like Colonel who stuck his whole ass in here and went, you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you for that, at least, for having some decorum when we were trying to drive in a small vehicle, van. Compact car, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm a scholar and a gentleman when it comes to that. So, let's see who's in the house tonight. All right, we got we got Lorena in here. I'm gonna emphasize it tonight so I make sure I get it right. Lorena, she says, "You are now swimming in the sea of DCS, bathe in it, love it." That may be the worst quote to tell after the bathroom barbecue story, though.
Bask in the stink of the DCS. Yes, I love it.
No. Tanya's here. FaZe is here. BK's here.
BK.
Oh, God. BK says, "Today I answered the phone with a Hail Satan instead of a hello. Mom did not find it amusing."
No rim shot for that.
Um,
I guess. There you go.
Right,
Oh,
that was
that's-
too quiet.
Yeah, that's nice and level. By the way, I'm going to talk about your rig there after the show. I think I want to go ahead and add that to the collection. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. Uniform, baby. That's what it's all about.
Right. Well, and we'll need them. We may need them in New Mexico.
This is true. I'll have the other one too for you can talk to FaZe probably. Use it for a two-way or something.
All right. So Tyrone is here. Jimmy's here. Says he had a Zag-inspired meal yesterday. Pizza.
I knew, man, that I could relate to a guy like you, man. It's all right. I'll be, the angel on the shoulder type for you, buddy. I'm there. Don't let these two get you down.
All right. Andy's here. And that looks about it for right now. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Woo!
We're going to be talking about our favorite films from 2013 here in just a few minutes. So get those lists ready. Ship them on into the comments, and we'll share yours as well. Let's go ahead and do this. Get this out of the way, too. Oh, Ziggy's got to talk to one of his side producers over there. So I'm sure they're getting an earful right now, which could be entertaining.
What?
What?
Sorry.
No, I was just about to thank our members for all their assistance. And let's get to that. Special thanks to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, Charles, Tanya, and Tyrone, our crazy Ralph Raymond, and our camp counselors, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando Kiara, Canadian Dave, and JJ. Thank you, guys. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. If you want to learn how to become a member, check out deathcursesociety.com. Look at the options. Raymond's pretty lonely in there in the Crazy Ralph.
He is. He's all by himself.
He's all by himself. There was somebody in there with him for a little bit at one point, but I think they upgraded or downgraded one. I can't remember. But
somebody was.
Angelo was in there.
Angelo and Peter was in there for a while.
And then Peter was in there.
He's gathering funds for his next project. So
yes, he is. And Angelo moved to Japan.
And he's
where Death Curse Society is probably not welcome.
Maybe not. We'd be censored. But I was chatting with him too. There might be a collaboration coming sooner than later from Angelo and the DCS. We will see.
Oh, you got something in mind?
I've got an idea. Let's see if we can pull this off.
I'm gonna try to wait, I am gonna wait until after Frightmare, and I may even have to push it back until after New Mexico. But I am pretty close to at least an idea in mind that I want to send to him, and then just ship him about $500 and say, "Do your magic, sir." And
he will, and you're going to save it a lot more. Like when I got mine, they were all in their frames already. From there, he just rolls them on the canvas and sends them to you. You get them framed here, and you'll save a ton doing it that way. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind them already on the stretched.
Believe me, I would
board.
too. Dude, you'll be paying more than the painting to get that shit.
Yeah. Oh, from over there.
From over there, especially. Yeah.
So.
But like I said, he's got a book. His paintings are coming out in a book, and he's
just worked a deal for a magazine cover too.
It's like a magazine cover, and then but he's in a horror painting, like a Fulci kind of Italian horror book, and they're used a lot of his paintings.
Right.
And he said, for that, I'll go get a nice iPhone, and I'll come on with that with you guys. I was like, yes, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's been a while since we had old Angelo out here, man.
That's right. Well, let's get into 2013, only 10 years ago. And actually, I want to read one of the comments on our post earlier, because Rachel said, excited about the show tonight. This throwback show, I was actually alive and an adult for when these movies came out. So there you go. She's excited.
It's funny. I was going back and thinking about it. I was like going, fuck. We figured this one out in enough time where I could watch everything. And I was like, man, I had a 6-month-old child at the time, so I wasn't going to the fucking movies,
I watched a bunch this last couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
too,
but
so.
I caught up on everything that I'd missed, and then ones that a lot of people were saying, no, this is one you got to see, and I was like, okay. And one of them I fucking watched, and then I get all the way through it. At the end, it says 2012, and I was like, what the fuck? So,
Well,
no.
We agreed. We're going by Letterbox now.
Okay, well,
So if it's
I read
2013 in Letterbox,
even Letterbox had it at 12. Only some other boneheaded site had it wrong for 2013.
we're going by Letterbox now.
Yes.
Letterbox has is as 2013. That's what we're going by. We needed to find some cohesive thing. Yeah. We've been needing to do that because we always had ones that were like,
right.
No.
Nope. Yeah. Hey, Wikipedia.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
It was released in America in 2013. No,
those kind of arguments still are legal in my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey,
we're going by Letterbox now.
Well,
if we
but
miss the year, we miss the year.
It was here, released here. It was then. It just happened. It was made 4 years or 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Well, I had to.
That's different.
I had to strike one of Colonel's original entries because it was a year off or something by Letterbox, and he was like, "God damn it!"
It was the last
Don't say it.
Testament of.
No, don't say it. Just
It's not on there. It's a 2012 fucking movie. So
is that the one you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty good. You would have loved it. It was a fucking slow burn, right up your fucking alley. Haunted house movie.
Dude, I watched one of your entries today. That's a slow burn. That.
Oh, I know. I already know the Bobcat one. Yeah, boy, they borrowed some material from another found footage movie for that one, didn't they?
Let's get into it. 2013,
right.
Folks. Ziggy, since the Colonel is not here, you get to kick off the list tonight. Colonel. So let's do this little magic shift. Hold on. Help me lift us up here.
Hang on. Let me put my list on. All right, ready?
Ready?
Go.
There we go. All right. Gotta
Wait a minute.
crank this.
Oh, yeah, I got it. It's there. It's snapped in. Yep.
You in there?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. You safe?
I think.
Hold on. I look a little funky here. I always look a little funky, but.
Well, I was going to say, when is that?
When is that different? There we go.
Absolutely nothing happened. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not done yet.
Oh.
There
you go.
Okay, there we go.
It zoomed in a centimeter.
It had a little bleed from the background coming through on the top, and that shit's gonna drive me nuts all night. So,
okay.
Ziggy, top 5 of 2013 for you. Take it away.
All right, yeah, 2013, like I just said, had a Babus, and that's what I was looking at all the time, diapers and bottles and all kinds of shit like that, and working. So I was not getting to the movies much. However, I did manage to get out, and at least in the top 5, I saw 3 of those in the theater. 2 of those in the theater. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think this list, to me, unless Crank's got some kind of deep cut in there that I missed maybe somehow, which is very possible. I think
do.
Pretty clear. I thought I did too until it was fucking 2012. Anyway, number 5, let's get on with it. Ty West in his first kind of big studio financed film, let's say, where he actually had, Eli Roth on there with him, and The Sacrament was the one. And yeah, man, you have your cult kind of story here, and a film crew kind of, wow, this place is actually working unlike other cults. And then, of course, they figure out that it's not really working, and there's a whole thing going on. And like the cult leader himself is the dude from Seinfeld. It's the guy that Kramer was betting on the arriving flights with, and also tried to sell him the Cubans. Remember all that shit? Yeah, it's that same guy. So I was kind of lost with that, but he's really good, and he's kind of a sinister dick in this, so it's cool. And it's a surprising type ending. Interesting. Not quite found footage, but for Ty West, you can see it. I mean, this is showing me that this guy is definitely going to have his own flavor, his own piece of the puzzle, like in the whole sky of the horror movies like Carpenter does, like Craven did. This Sam Raimi, Ty West is on his way, and this was an early footprint. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Number 4, you heard him, and you've seen him. He's a comedian, and he did this thing, and I'm not going to even do I used to be able to do a good version. I'm not going to anymore because I talked all weekend selling plants, and I can't. Yeah, a bad Arnold. But he made a movie back in 2013, a found footage Bigfoot movie called Willow Creek.
Bobcat Goldthwait did.
Bobcat Goldthwait, exactly. And I'll be honest, I'm a fan of found footage films. This is no secret. And this one plays pretty good. It follows the usual tropes of the found footage, especially going out and what you would expect hunting a Bigfoot. It's only 2 people in it, so it's not a huge cast to get around. I mean, there's a little more there than Blair Witch, but then it totally starts like becoming Blair Witch, like to the point where they're trying to hike out after spending the first night and hearing a bunch of shit. Let's get the fuck out of here, and they go on their hike and end up at the exact same spot they started in like 4 hours later.
Where have I seen that before?
Exactly the same, dude. I just went really, and I don't know, dude. I'll ask you if this makes your list. Boy, that ending was a bit strange as well. Whatever. But there you go. It's a found footage that it's a Blair Witch clone, hands down about Bigfoot.
The Blair Bigfoot Project.
The Blair Bigfoot Project. It's not the worst found footage film I've ever seen, though. I actually thought it's technically, and the way they shot it, it's not as jumpy as Blair Witch is. It does have its jumpy moments, but it's not quite as bad as Blair Witch, and it's better equipment in 2013. So,
well, yeah,
looks better. All right, enough with that shit. Number 3, a surprising one. I call it. I think back then I called it horror watered down a little because there's not a lot of death in it, but it's still decent. The Warrens, their story, The Conjuring. First one, we got this out. And yeah, man, this was a good quality ghost story. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, all right, this actually had some it's tangible. You can feel it. It's nice. This is a good. I want more of this, and we've gotten plenty more since.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with The Conjuring for 2013. By far, one of the better films to come out that year. I said a little bit. I think my quote was, I like my ghosts a little more sinister, a little more hateful, a little more violent. So that's what kind of kept it out of the top couple of spots here. Number 2, a bit of a surprise for some, maybe.
No.
But yeah, not to me. The first, well, it is. It's the first look at our up-and-coming long form, iconic new horror killer character clown, Art the Clown. It's All Hallows Eve, Damien Leone's little anthology, sort of. I mean, it's 2 of them are about art. One of them's about an alien movie, which he himself will tell you, I would have did it totally different now. We just didn't have the cool budget to make the alien look cool. Fine. I can throw that one out. It's cool seeing art in these 2 stories wrapping around that middle piece. And yeah, it's a different guy playing Art the Clown.
It is.
He is no less sinister and creepy. He's a little chunkier even than David Howard Thornton is.
Is it Michael Gianelli or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, he's starting to make the con circuit now, so we'll try to catch up with him too in our travels. But yeah, man, he's a sick fuck too. I mean, but it's all Damien. We know this. But I mean, yeah, Art the Clown is there in his glory in All Hallows Eve. Check it out. Honorable mentions. See, the Colonel would be here chastising me for the first one. Kane Hodder in Hatchet 3. Daniel Harris.
Would he?
Lots of gore. Well, I'm sure it made the top 5 on his list. We'll see. Daniel Harris. Yeah, I mean, just fun gore, fun slashers. Just the fun, tongue-in-cheek slasher. These are not scary at all. They're just not. But they're so much fun. So, I mean, that's why Hatchet's here. The next one, yeah, I mean, I like my inbred stories and cousin fuckers stories here and shit and Deliverance and all that kind of stuff. So when Jugface came along, okay, it's different enough, and yet so much the same as some of the other ones. But I mean, this is something. It's decent. I understand why it sticks out in a field of movies like this. See Jugface. Yeah.
And maybe why it even sticks out in 2013.
Well, yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and 10 years
even
later,
if it made an honorable mention, that's not bad for
right, for what it is.
Yeah.
Well, see it. I know there's a few people in our audience that absolutely know and love Jugface. I would think James, probably Lorena, definitely would be a Jugface. That's up their alley for sure.
Lorena actually mentioned this one to me when I was starting to do research. So
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Finally, my last honorable mention, another anthology, and it's rare when the second one can eclipse the first one. The wraparound stories in these are really stupid. I've always thought that about VHS 2. This is what this is, VHS 2. But the stories are pretty fucking cool, man. And these, I think, are probably... They did a cool thing. They didn't cram like 5 of them. They lowered it down to 4, and it's a little more, relevant to what's going on with the wraparound and everything. So, but worth an honorable mention. If you like anthologies, VHS, you've already seen it. I know this. But if you haven't, now you know. And of course, number 1, 2013. I loved it. The fact the new twists that they put in weren't a slap in the face to the original, and I appreciated they were still out in a cabin in the woods. It was the remake for Evil Dead, Fede Alvarez's version. Signed off Sam Raimi, Bruce, the whole crew loved it, and they gave us a pretty rowdy, violent romp out there. And I loved the drug addict storyline, why they wouldn't believe her. That's what made this stand out and work for me. I was just like, fuck, what a cool fucking thing. Like, yeah, fuck, here she goes again. It's all about her again. She's going to fucking do it again. Just like before. Oh, no. It's not like before.
Mm-hmm.
The dude getting the needle stuck in his fucking eyeball or right under his eyeball. I mean, come on, man.
This one's brutal, man.
It's brutal.
Yeah, this one takes you into an uncomfortable place.
I like to say there's those movies that you need a shower afterwards. This is one of those movies.
Afterwards.
It's just fun, man. And even though we have no Ash in it, although if you stick around in the credits,
Yeah, post-credit scene.
Right.
It's nothing.
I'm hearing we're not getting that in this new one too, but we'll see. But there it is. I mean, the Evil Dead. I think there's really no competition for that being the number 1 movie of 2013. In my opinion, I may be wrong. We will see here, but that's where I'm standing with it, and that's my fucking list.
You're wrong. You're definitely wrong.
You probably got the Conjuring up there, don't you? You fucking pussy.
Oh, please get the fuck out of here. Good list, Ziggy. No, I just knew. I knew you would have Evil Dead at the top of your list. I knew, like,
to me,
day one.
To me, there's nothing even close to it as far as an entertaining, fucking bloody, and yes, at points, pretty scary. They got it all. You got the whole fucking trifecta of everything I would want in a horror movie.
Yeah, maybe if that's what you're looking for in a horror movie, yeah, it should be at the top of your list.
And it is.
But it's not what everyone's looking for in a horror movie.
We'll see.
I did have this discussion with somebody about the 2013 Evil Dead, completely independent of our show, just person on the street, basically. Because they were asking me about Evil Dead Rise, and they were like, and I said, well, it's another one, yeah, but they did this in 2013. And he was like, yeah, I remember seeing that one, but it's just not the same without that comedy edge to it. And I'm like, I can agree with you on one respect, but Bruce can't do the roles anymore. He has said this for years. He cannot do the role of Ash anymore. He could in an animated series, yes, blah, 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 blah. But he can't do it anymore on film. So if you and I made this argument. I said if you had somebody else filling that role that was being Ash-like, you would knock it then too because he's just trying to rip Bruce Campbell off. It would be an even worse strike against the film if you still had that comedy into it. So I actually kind of appreciate the fact that they're taking it darker and more horrific with the 2013 and even this one.
This is back to the roots of it. I mean, let's face it, that first one is brutal, man. It's fucking There's nothing funny about the first one.
Oh,
nothing.
There's a few comedic bits in there, you know.
Just maybe him trying to score with Linda with the stupid trinket and stuff in the box and everything, but that's the only light edge in there. And it's fucking, once the shit gets started, there's no comedy. Like 2 was a Three Stooges episode, and it's
right
into 3 as well, you know.
Right.
Yes, the physical comedy was just what it needed at that time when the second one came, for sure. But as far as the new one, funny, we'll be getting into that pretty soon too, won't we?
Well, actually, the next 2 weeks are kind of Evil Dead centric because we're going to do our rankings and discuss all the previous entries of Evil Dead up to now, including the series. So we're going to rank the series somewhere amongst the 4 films. And we're just going to banter about that for a little bit. And then the week after that, 2 Mondays from now, we do our review on Evil Dead Rise. So
I already got my tickets bought for Thursday night.
Oh,
sneak preview, baby. I got in. I weaseled in.
All right. Let's check out some of the comments here. I think this was the... Yep. Oh. All right. Faye says... That cover art for Willow Creek is clever. Pretty sharp shade of red, though. Yeah, that was pretty good. Good stuff. He also says, I really like The Conjuring. I own the sequel, but haven't yet watched it. You haven't...
Conjuring 2?
Conjuring 2 or the latest one? Yeah. Clear that up.
Yeah, The Conjuring 2 is the introduction of Val, right? The
Valak,
nun,
think,
right?
Yeah.
The nun? Valak, yeah.
No, well, yeah, the
picture,
nun was in that.
It got that fucking epic scene in it, man.
Yeah, the nun was in that one, yeah. There's Tarek. What's up, Tarek? And,
what's that?
All right, and Grimmer's got a bunch of his recommendations or unrecommendations. He did not. James did not like Willow Creek. James, I'm with you on that in a way. The last 15 minutes, pretty damn creepy.
It's like one shot for like a good 12 minutes.
20
straight.
minutes.
Yeah.
There's one shot in the tent that's like 20 minutes. Now they keep blinking the light on and off, but yeah. Maybe it's not quite 20 minutes. 12 might be good, but it felt like 40 minutes. But yeah, that first hour and 5 minutes of that film are just... I'm just encouraging them to let's move on. Let's move on.
He's setting it up. I mean, they do the same thing. They just like the Blair Witch. They go driving around and they talk to some locals and here is the blah blah blah, and this is where he does the same shit. And
it's Blair Bigfoot Project. It really is. So, I did enjoy the last 15 minutes, and yes, that ending that you're talking about is rather shocking, but. It also kind of just like comes out of nowhere.
I was like, okay. I mean, even though I was kind of thinking that, I go, this has got to be like some kind of fucking wild people cult or something out there.
The feral ones.
Yeah, ferals, right, exactly. But, so, I guess they just shot the whole Bigfoot theory right to hell with their last 5 minutes of the movie. Or that's what he believes. That's what they are, who knows? But hey, if you're into found footage films, it's pretty technically, it works, okay?
Yeah, if you're into found footage films, fast forward to the last 15 minutes and save yourself an hour.
You kind of want to catch the dynamic of the couples, but I do think that could have been done in about, maybe 20 minutes less than what they spent on it. Yeah.
I did like the fact that they set that couple up that way. I did. But it wasn't enough. Not for me to say.
Well, no. I was looking for, and very much like the Blair Witch. You don't see Bigfoot per se. I'm spoiling this shit. I don't give a fuck now. It's been out for fucking 10 years. So. I remember when they were making this. I remember reading about it and following it. You know, like on the online, like, ooh, Bobcat's making a fucking horror movie about Bigfoot. This is going to be good, you know, and there's not a drop of blood in it. There's, you know.
That's what we should do. We should get some clips of him from his old comedy days and overdub that with the movie. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? What was that sound?
I'm on it. Director's cut, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Grimmer goes on. He says, "Where is great? I still need to see this." I'm shocked that. Have you seen this?
I was looking. I couldn't find it for free. So.
Yeah, I couldn't find it for free this time around. But you haven't seen it yet?
No.
We've had it recommended numerous times.
Well, I know
James has been around a long time. But.
Right. James has been here from the beginning.
He's not the only one, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of go around, and if it's I'm not familiar, I want to say, okay, let me go to the people I trust, and they all have the same fucking list of 2013 too. There's what I thought was the best. And I'd kind of look at all of them, and just like that metal show, I find, okay, this one's appearing on high up on all the lists. I haven't seen it. Let me go check that out. You know, so, and that's kind of how it went down this time. So
I put Where on my list, but I'm probably not in a mood to pay for it. But I'll get to it eventually.
I totally would have put that Last Will and Testament fucking movie on there because it was super creepy, dude.
Well, wrong year.
Yeah, we'll do 2012 sometime, maybe. And
we will. Grimmer also says the WNUF Halloween special, of course. Yeah, and Contracted are a couple. Oh, he's got more down here too. Damn.
He's got more.
He's got more. He says, I thought Big Bad Wolves was decent.
Heard about that one too.
Madness of Many is different. I haven't even heard of that one, but I'll look for it. And this one I do want to see. A Field in England is a trip.
Yeah.
I would assume so. That's Ben Wheatley, if I'm not mistaken, right? From In the Earth. He just did In the Earth last year.
Yeah, it appeared.
If it's anything like that, even on a lower budget, I'm sure it's fucking out there.
Well, that's why I Ty West one. I was like, I made sure I went after to see that one. You know,
right?
I wanted to. And yeah, you know, I see his fingerprints.
Oh yeah.
So I appreciate it. You know,
he's definitely growing in. Yeah. I mean, I loved House of the Devil.
Yeah.
A lot, just for that throwback vibe, and he captures it really well. I like the Innkeepers. Okay, I like Sacrament, but now that he's evolved into a much deeper filmmaker with X, Pearl, and hopefully what is Maxine.
Maxine is at an all-time high for the hype. So man, I hope he delivers this time. Yeah. Now it's his own fault that the hype is this high.
Well, no, it's not his own fault, but yes, I mean,
it's Mia's fault too.
No one really shined any light on X. It had a pretty decent marketing campaign, but it was pretty simple and it was like understated, you know. And then the fact that they had the movie completed, they had the trailer for Pearl at the end of X in the theaters, which I thought was fucking brilliant. Just said, okay, this is something special, and Pearl even better. But now that those fucking lights are on, I mean, everybody's looking for this movie. So I'm happy that we were in the know when those were coming around, and we did get to go see them on the big screen too. So I mean, it's like they're fucking pretty fine fucking movies, man. Yeah, that he's making. This character, I mean, well, the actress too. I mean, she's great.
I don't think it works with it might not be as good without anybody else in this role. I know we'd have to see it, but
right, depends on who it is. But Adam's here. He's got his list. I knew Evil Dead would be on it because he's already talked to me a little bit about this. He said that, if I remember correctly, he said Evil Dead restored his faith in horror. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Adam. But Evil Dead, of course, on his list. Avenged Mama?
Mama. Avenged.
Or just Mama?
Avenged, comma, Mama, comma.
Oh, Avenged
Yeah.
and Mama? Okay.
Yeah.
All Hallows Eve, Jugface. That's my list. All right.
There you go. Yes.
He continues, Evil Dead remake was amazing. All right. Face says, oh, yes, great remake. Grimmer's got a few more. Says, didn't like Bad Milo, but
Bad Milo. It seems like
I
I started that one and bailed out too. Like I was like, fuck that, it's stupid.
Yeah. James says also, I like the Oxbow Cure.
I do remember that one.
I don't know that one at all.
I remember watching that at my old house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
And he says, I've heard if you like Evil Dead for Campbell and Raimi's reasons, or Campbell and Raimi reasons, you won't be into the remake. It's a different film. It very much is.
Well, I felt the same way with the remake in 2013. Not the remake,
the one. I think that's the one he's talking about.
Oh, maybe Rise. Yeah, because it absolutely doesn't. It doesn't have any of the camp at all. It's a serious fucking take on the material. Right. Yeah.
Well, if you guys haven't caught it yet, we did record and we just dropped a panel with Bruce Campbell that we recorded up in Cincinnati a few weeks ago, and he does talk about this. He says he can't do the role anymore, and the movies are not really about Ash now coming out, but they're going to be more about the books. And he said multiple books, so. That led me down a different path, thinking, okay, they're going to open this world up a little bit.
He did mention, though, someone threw a good question out there. They said, who would you, like to see Ash go out there and take on, like to get out there against the tall man, to get out there against, Freddy and Jason, Michael. Mm-hmm. And he was all like, all great ideas. He goes, who knows? Because if this animated thing gets off the ground, who knows? So sounds like he's down with that, at least, the idea of it. But he did say, yes, the Necronomicon will be the one constant across the Evil Dead universe.
Yeah.
The MCU of Evil Dead.
He talked about the MCU, too, a lot.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Well, he's right. I've heard that gag a lot, though.
I've heard some of it before, yeah. Here's a good point. Tarek says, in my opinion, there should be a spiritual successor to Ash, not a reboot of the character. Okay. Let's explore that, because Ash versus Evil Dead, you had Kelly and Pablo. Could you see them carrying the mantle forward? Would they be able to do it on their own without Ash? Ziggy?
Well, based on the show, they had their sacrifices as well. They all lost a lot like Ash did. So absolutely, I think they did. And they've been taken themselves by evil. So yes, they've already experienced everything Ash has and have fought it. They've come back to redeem themselves and fight and just try to destroy it. So yes, I would be okay with Pablo and Kelly. A full movie with them in those kind of antics? Absolutely.
Well, we got with the series, we got probably 10 full movies from them.
Right, but
not 3 seasons, but
give them a fucking movie.
I'd like to see them move forward with their storyline. I think their relationship, for lack of a better word, could play out really well over a series of movies, continuing the Ash story. And I think even if you did go that route, you could still kind of involve Ash a little bit. Maybe he's laid up. Maybe that last battle knocked him down, but he can still kind of guide them in a way.
Yeah, like Ben Kenobi.
Yeah. No, not quite like that, but.
How funny would that be?
He's a Force ghost? No.
Hey, screwheads.
Okay, now you're irritating me.
It was bound to happen.
Of course it was. It's early though.
Well,
all right.
See the panel. It's available now.
Yes, it is on our channel at Death Curse Society on YouTube. Go look it up. Grimmer continues, the original Evil Dead is campy. You can't really argue that. That's what's charming about it. Yeah.
Well, is it
Part of
campy
what's
or is
charming.
it just budget constraints that resulted in that look? I mean, because that's all they had. They had to sell, like Campbell said, they sold his dad's property to get the funds to make the prints for Evil Dead to get it into theaters. You know, to do that in the end. So I mean, but they really had nothing. I mean, I understand, but boys, it's so visceral. It's so fucking just terrifying. You know, the full body dismemberment. The only way to stop them. I fucking love it. You know.
Yeah.
Poor Shelley.
Right. Ariel's excited about Evil Dead. Tarek says, I think this is in reference to a spiritual successor to Ash. He says, I'd vote for Alan Tudyk just because.
Just because.
All right. Let's get into some of these. Charles, he's got a couple things. He says, well, in a year of haunted houses, cannibal tribes, and way too many zombie films, Evil Dead 2013 was a satisfying film. It delivered what it advertised and turned it back to its horror roots as Army of Darkness turned it into a comedy. Yeah, I could see that.
Right. Because Army of Darkness,
Army
great
got
comedy with just a couple of moments. But even the scary moments aren't that scary.
Army got a little bit too out of the realm, I think. But I still enjoy it, but
it's not the one I run to though when I'm looking to go visit that
He
world.
also says, Charles also says, The Conjuring special effects were awful. Faye's answered our question. He still has not seen The Conjuring 2, and he forgot about the other one. Hadn't seen that either. The Devil Made Me Do It, right? That was what it was called? Yeah. Grimmer says, I remember Afflicted being pretty good. And he liked All Cheerleaders Die. I still have to see that one. And he also says, yes, that was Ben Wheatley that did Field in England, I think is what it was called. I do want to watch that. I just did not get to it before this show. But Charles says, Conjuring 2 was better. 3 was a good idea, squandered away by too many creatives pulling it in too many directions.
Agreed.
Tarek says, Bobcat's scream is when Bigfoot stubs his toe. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what...
Stand by. We'll have some video here next week. I don't know if we'll be able to play it, but we'll try.
All right.
It's been a while since we had a nice mashup.
All right. Ariel says, got her top 5 here. She says, Evil Dead, The Conjuring, Mama, Carrie, and Insidious 2. All right.
You see, I was too lazy to go. I was just too lazy to go and see which version of Carrie that was.
It's the Chloe Grace Moretz one.
Right. So, and I can't remember which one I don't like, because one of them's okay, one of them's not. And they were made about
2 years apart.
Yeah, very close together. So, I don't know. So I didn't watch it. So hopefully that's the good one.
S&M is here. He says, Evil Dead number 5, number 4, The Conjuring, number 3, Insidious Chapter 2, number 2, Proxy, honorable mentions, Contracted, Afflicted, The Monkey's Paw, and then number 1, All Hallows Eve. A little number 1 love for Art the Clown.
I like it.
Interesting.
I like it.
He also says, Proxy was one of the best independent films of that year. Truly disturbing. Tarek says, he's wondering, are you guys just making half these titles up? No.
No.
They're real.
Dude, Grimmer goes deep. You need to find something that's a rare title. That's the man to speak with.
Grimmer definitely.
Foreign titles, go to Grimmer.
God. Lorena, says, I just barely managed to get a list put together, watched more 2013 movies than I thought. All right. Let's get to her list then. Number 5, Jugface. Number 4, All Hallows Eve. Number 3, the WNUF Halloween Special. Number 2, Green Inferno. And number 1, The Purge. That's
shocking. Yeah.
That is a wild surprise for a number 1 from Lorena. Wow.
Huh. Okay. Why? What about The Purge justifies a number 1 above all those other films?
We're sitting here both in stunned silence for a minute. Did you notice that?
I had a drop here ready to go, and it no longer applies. I got to stop, not use it.
I definitely am curious about that. So, let us know how The Purge made your number 1. That shocks me.
What?
Little Drunk Mama, I think that's what her initials at the beginning there says. Little Drunk Mama says, I like World War Z, Warm Bodies, and Mama, soft horror.
Soft
horror. Or as we call it, starter horror.
It's okay. There's no wrong answers here. I'm just sometimes I'm curious. I've certainly taken my share of shit for things I put high on lists. So I'm curious what makes other people tick with that stuff.
Jeez, you guys have got tons of comments on here. I'm going to blast through these as best I can.
Go ahead, we got time.
Charles says Carrie 2013 wasn't bad. Just should have gotten an actress that was a little geekier to play Carrie. I agree in a way, but Chloe Grace Moretz can do no wrong. She's just fucking incredible. Adam says Campbell is a producer in this one, isn't he? Yes, he is a producer on Evil Dead Rise. Tarek says the Necronomiverse. That's good.
Necronomiverse.
S&M says I love the book for World War Z, but the movie was just okay for me. Still enjoyed it, mostly for the effects. Had no idea Mel Brooks' son wrote it till recently.
Yeah, he also wrote his original college like his what do they call that when you write your I can't forget, there was something out of college. Thesis, that's it. Craig, you smart motherfucker. But his was How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse, and there's a book out you can get, and then he wrote World War Z as his it was a real story, but World War Z is written like a diary, isn't it?
The book, I think, is.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something that movie lacks, and the charm of it, how it's set up, and how you have to piece it together yourself when you read the book. That movie did not have any of that. I mean, it does have some stunning, oh shit moments, but man, yeah, it fucking missed the mark. And that book, that's a movie that needs to be redone and try again.
With more different director.
Well, I mean,
and maybe not set through such a huge budget.
Yeah, I wish you had fucking Romero for something like this. I mean, if you're gonna have those kind of running type of zombies like that, maybe Boyle is the guy you want. Dan Boyle is the guy for that, to come and do something like this. I mean,
right. Yeah, I enjoyed 28 Days Later. Ironically, right before we got on for the show, I had just finished World War Z. I had never seen it before, and I thought I have to see this.
Yeah,
because most people that we know loathe this movie for multiple reasons. I had to see what it was about.
There's none of that magic that book has. The book's written like a journal. It's journal entries. That's all it is, and it tells a much fucking better picture than that fucking garbage did.
Mm-hmm. James says, yeah, I think a character about Evil Dead, new spiritual successor. I think a character who doesn't take things too seriously could work, or Pablo and Kelly, with Ash guiding them and maybe providing them with weapons or whatever. Yep. And Tarek is going to check that panel out tonight. It is worth it, man. It's
short. It's a stand-up. Fuck it. It's 45 minutes of stand-up.
yeah, it's different than any panel we've ever
Yeah.
shot before. It's
But,
literally
dude,
just him talking to the crowd.
he's charmingly rude, though, to the crowd, as you saw in that little thing we posted already when he's like, take your mask down for a second. No, put it back up. You sick fuck, Bruce.
Yep.
But, man, was that funny.
There's Raymond right there. What's up, fellas? What's up, Raymond?
What up, buddy? Raymond, he's our guy.
James says, the funny thing is Army of Darkness was one of the movies that got me into horror. So I didn't mind the comedic bits. No, fair enough.
No, and neither did I, because I was so delighted to be able to see, like, I was thinking, wow, my characters that I love are hitting, main stage here. The release came out and everything, and here it is, Ash, but everyone's going like, what is this? Evil Dead 3? What does that mean? It's like, yeah, it's the third chapter, and here, go back and watch this one, and then
we knew it.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they put it out under a different title, was to try to like lure in some other people that didn't quite know.
Raimi always thinks outside the box like that. I mean, the whole package from promotion to everything. So I mean,
his directing
surprise
style.
Me. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, still, where was a little bit of that terror? I mean, fuck this. There was a couple scenes in Spider-Man scarier than anything in Army of Darkness.
Tarek says, Army of Darkness went into the Evil Dead river to pan for comedy. Evil Dead 2013 went to the same river to pan for horror. Both are legit pursuits. Very well said. I'll accept that.
Fucking guy's a poet, isn't he?
And then Little Drunk Mama, otherwise known as Catherine, said, I did not know about Mel Brooks' son. Wow. And she also wants to know, where's my Bubba Hotep Part 2?
Yes. And
it's not going to happen.
It's not happening. He took the Mummy on in Bubba Hotep, and then the second one was supposed to be called Bubba Nosferatu.
Yeah, Bubba Nosferatu, yeah.
Nosferatu.
That was
they couldn't get the funding together, and then Velocity Davis died. So
right.
That was a big part of it. So you can't have one without the other. I think he's just as important to that fucking movie as Bruce was, as Elvis.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I love the little bit that he talks in the panel about that movie though, because Bubba Hotep is, and the fact that he includes it in his top 5 performances of all his career is pretty damn cool. Because I enjoy the fuck out of that movie, but
yeah, there's a great story about the fat Elvis suits that they actually had made for that, and the Elvis impersonator that was trying to teach Bruce how to be Elvis. So watch the panel for that; it's quite good.
You don't get it, man.
I'm not going to spoil. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it here, but it's good. Hearing him do it. But yeah, I mean, but you'll dig it, and you'll be completely grossed out as well.
Charles says, great list to you there, Ziggy. Eileen says, hello, Huns.
Hey.
Hello, Eileen.
Hello.
What are we talking about tonight? Finally have a night off. We're ranking our top 5 films from 2013. Jump on in and let us know.
Yes.
Lorena says, yes, The Purge grew on me like fungus.
Well, I've always loved the concept of The Purge, but it's the execution that stops me because it sucks. I'm sorry. It sucks. Concept great. Movie bad.
Here's her reasons for putting The Purge on her list, at least at number 1. 2 reasons. 1, I'd like to survive a purge. And 2, I made the list between classes.
All right, well, yeah.
James says, I want to get a physical copy of Jugface at some point. When I watched off of Popcorn Flicks, the sound quality wasn't great. I can't remember what I watched it on, but I saw it on something else that was free.
They had them at Horror Hound. They had that one guy's booth.
Oh, they did,
there
didn't
was
they?
A shit ton of them, yep.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Next time we go to one. Well, that's next month.
Next month. 7 weeks.
Fuck, dude. Like I said, I just dropped $800 on plane tickets, man. So bullshit.
You got Mother's Day after.
Listen,
soon though.
I have a bit of a rant about the airlines. May I?
Yeah. There's only like 600 more comments to get through. Go ahead.
I just gotta, I meant to say this earlier, and it really was irking me. And I'm like Crank. Like, we take great pride and pleasure in finding Airbnbs and hotels and flights and shit like that on the cheap, at the great prices. We find them, and they're great. It's not like we're staying in shitholes. We stay at quality joints. And, it just takes a little bit of searching and stuff. You got to know what to look for. But, so when it comes to flights, Crank loves driving all over the country. Fuck that, man. I drive one fucking full day. I need 2 days to recover. So I'm not going to drive to fucking New Mexico. I'm going to be wiped out for a fucking week, and we've got way too much energy to expel there. So I get these notes. My Google's blowing up saying, listen, these flights are dropping to 163 and 183. I'm all like, holy fuck, I can't get home fast enough to buy these things, to lock them down. So I'm like, okay, well, they don't tell you what flight it is on the fucking notification, So I get home, it's Spirit Airlines, okay? Now, if you don't know, Spirit Airlines is like a no-luggage kind of flight. I don't know what the fuck this is or when it started. I've never flown on Spirit. But, the prices are right, really. But then, I go, okay, well, I need one bag. I got one bag. I've got gear and stuff. I have to bring one bag. I have to, and one bag? Yeah, $75, for one bag. One way. Both ways you got to pay the So they got all this bullshit. It's no frills, and every fucking thing they add is on there. So by the time I got through, the goddamn ticket was more than any other airline. Of all that cheap-ass flight is now over $500.
Yeah.
It's trying to go through this cheap-ass company. So fuck Spirit Airlines. We're not falling for your stupid shit. We all got fucking luggage, and we like to brush our teeth and put deodorant on. So kiss my fat ass. Never using your flight. Fuck Spirit Airlines.
All right.
Okay, I'm done.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Lorena says, God damn it. See, your rant threw me off. Motherfucker. Lorena says, there's no wrong answers. You guys have never been shy about telling me that I'm wrong. Okay, you're wrong about The Purge.
On the air, I've never said anyone's wrong. Well, The Purge is, I'm just saying I think it's a shitty movie. I love the concept.
It's fine.
Yeah, it would be fun to participate in a Purge, to survive.
It's fine.
It's fine. You can have The Purge #1, but you just have to expect there's going to be questions.
Just no one can have World War Z as #1.
If someone has...
Because then you're excommunicated. You're out of here.
I don't know, Crank. I can't even... If someone
I'm
really,
joking.
You know what I mean? If they really, 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 really had a good reason or something, or that was the first movie they saw that somebody, they put the hole in the bottom of their popcorn and got jerked off in the movies, and that's why they love it. I don't know, man. Maybe they got a good reason, but I don't know. We can't. Nobody's wrong. You're right, Lorena. You're right. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong.
See, FaZe even says, yeah, the World War Z book is great. The movie is okay. And Lorena says, surprised you didn't crawl up my ass for Green Inferno, too. Well, now that you mention it...
Yeah, now that you mention it. It's okay, but, if I wanted to see fucking... Cannibal Holocaust, I'm gonna fucking watch Cannibal Holocaust, okay? That's what I'm thinking with that one. No, it's fine. Green Inferno is a tribute movie, let's face it, and it is pretty fucking skin crawly at times, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Grimmer says, I should revisit World War Z at some point. Brad Pitt was an odd casting choice for the lead, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but he even said that, Jesus Christ, the fucking every day they would come in and the direction of the script would be absolutely changed and in a different direction. You know, they did not know how to connect it. Even though the book is kind of disjointed like that, it still makes sense. You know, you can still fill those gaps within if you're, got any kind of fucking brain. I mean, for sure. You're stuck with someone's interpretation with that film, and that's where it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eileen adds, seen a film from 2013, Only Love's Left Behind. Anyone? Loved it. I haven't seen that one. I'll look for it, though. I will check it out. Ariel says, I had no idea that the Zombie Survival Guide was written by Mel Brooks' son. Great book.
Zombie Survival Guide. That's it.
There you go.
That's fun.
And yes, S&M says, yes, the Zombie Survival Guide is a blast.
That was in my shitter in my Lansing apartment for like the whole time I was there. I mean, it got read every time, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was you needed nothing else.
Right. Andy says Brad Pitt's scarf starred in World War Z. That was pretty flamboyant, or out there. Cheryl's Horrible Horror. All right,
Yay.
Finally got to another list. Welcome to the show, Cheryl. Her top list would be Contracted, Evil Dead, American Mary, and F It, I liked Lords of Salem. All right. Two of those weren't on at least my 2013
Lords of Salem?
list.
Yeah, I didn't see. Hang on.
Well, I don't think American Mary was on there too. I don't remember it. But all right. Faye says, I thought The Purge was all right. Could have been executed better, but I like the concept. Same. The movie just... And the fact that they've made like 10 of them now. And the series. The series was rough.
American Mary says 2012 here on Letterboxd.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Adam says, hopefully see you guys at Motor City Nightmares. You have a place to crash if you need it. All right.
Right.
Thanks, Adam.
So, you know what? Just based on the fact that Mr. Sean Cunningham is there, I think the DCS has a few questions for this man. So, yes, I will guarantee you, at least I will be there for sure.
I'm strongly considering it. And didn't Colonel say he might even swing up there?
You know what I'm saying? If you're coming up, he's coming up too. Fuck that. He can come up for one of the days up there.
Yeah,
We'll just do all the damage in one day. Get it done. And then show you how we roll in Detroit. God damn it.
I want some of that Detroit-style pizza, though. I'm going to have to, like, double up on the medication before I get into it. But
well, we'll do the thick Detroit style, and we'll do the... I'll show you the other places, man, where even, your Dave Portnoy, the guy that rates the pizzas all over the country, gave this guy an 8.9. And it's fantastic. It's real thin, too.
Andy says... prequel is what he means by this, but he says a prequel to the Purge idea, The Binge.
The Binge.
There you go. And Lorena says, I also haven't seen The Purge in a few years, so we'll let it...
Okay, Lorena, we're going to...
It's okay.
Fine. The Purge is accepted in
It's
the
okay.
horror realm.
Tarek says, honestly, for 2013, I really liked Dark Skies. Not because it was art or anything, but that alien stuff scares the crap out of me. I'm a cheap date for alien horror. All right, fair enough.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, everyone bags on Signs, dude, but when that Brazilian, they actually had the little footage, they showed it on the news, and an alien comes walking out of the cornfield at that kid's party.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids are like, ah! That's some shit, man. That works.
Faye says, yes, I hate airline prices. The process, the whole ordeal. I'll happily drive 15 plus hours. Jesus, man. Break it up.
I don't know, Faze. I can cancel that New Mexico flight, but fuck, dude, I'd have to leave. We'd have to leave like Monday or something to catch there. But,
If you guys...
I'm not doing it because I want to have energy. I want to make sure that I'm at full charge when we got to do what we got to do.
Well, but if you guys can get into Oklahoma Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I'll drive us the rest of the way.
10 hours in the car with
nine more hours, but
Jesus Christ, fuck that. I'll be, like I said, I'll be walking around New Mexico for 6.5 hours by myself.
All right.
Yeah. Stranger in a strange land. It's going to be great.
All right. Tarek says, Zigzag describing frugal Airbnb searching is like the pre-credits to a horror film. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's true.
There are moments that, I mean, the places don't necessarily look like this, but you get that feeling of, we're walking into a stranger's house. And
who's to say we're not doing research for something anyway?
Yeah. It's a very strange concept, but it's caught on so well. I actually really enjoy it.
I just know some of these joints we've gone to, you know, I mean, I found some really good hotel rooms, but Crank is the Airbnb master. He finds these places, and they're always great. They're always fucking great.
They're roomy.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, the one in Texas we got has got like, what, 5 bedrooms? But we got a couple extra people coming with us.
Right. And as much as this guy shits, man, you got to have some quarters, a couple extra. You got to need some distance. You can't be having someone shit it up, you know, 15 feet away from you.
No.
Just doesn't work, man.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous. No, but it's fine. I mean, it's who knows? We may have an Airbnb. It'll be like, what is it? God damn it, I can't think of it. What's the one with the tunnel under the house? The
Barbarian.
Barbarian. That's it.
Yeah. No, we haven't experienced that
No,
yet.
no.
I've had some interesting.
Yeah. You stay a lot.
Flatmates, but
Right. You stay. Craig will be running into fucking joints, and there'd already be like a family of 4, and they're going, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" You know, yeah, the kitchen's over here.
your
Dinner's at
room's
8.
back there.
Yeah, your room's back there. Don't mind the cameras.
Yeah. Lorena says, I've never been shy about liking shitty movies. Guys, I'm okay. I like shitty movies. It's okay.
It's fine. What is it? Ice cream and the Easter Bunny and the Santa Claus rabbit.
Oh, God. Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny or something like that.
Something Easter. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. Okay. But you've got to deal with the animal cruelty and Holocaust. I will say Ruggiero Diodato is better than Umberto Lenzi, slightly.
You got me there.
You're spelling names that are difficult to read right now.
It's all consonants and shit. What the fuck?
Joseph says, Ziggy, you were too kind to Spirit Airlines. I hate them.
What the fuck, dude? I was just, I couldn't.
And he travels a lot too.
I mean, I went through the entire booking the thing I was on. It's several pages of like adding this, and they're charging you 13 here and 9 here, and this is 26. That's 52, and then I swear to Christ, man, that the $163 flight turned into $572. I just went, oh really? So, and ended up going back and finding the same flight for, I think I paid $331 for a round trip, nonstop. So Spirit, for me and Joseph, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, and Crank.
I could care less. I don't plan on flying anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, I guess if you don't need clothes,
No.
For a brief second, I thought maybe I'll just go with what I'm wearing and hit a Walmart and just get a couple of things to wear. Maybe I'll just put on 3 shirts. Yeah, 3 at once. I'll put all 3 of my shirts on. It'd be cheaper to go to a laundromat and just take everything off like Art did in the fucking Terrifier 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wash it right there. Fuck Spirit Airlines, you idiots, making me think of dumb shit like that.
Little Drunk Mama says, right. Ziggy said no judgment and then called my choice fucking garbage.
I'm not judging.
Sounds kind of judgy. Crank, let me like Brad Pitt fighting zombies if I want to. You can!
Yes. And I think I've said that too. I mean, there's maybe someone has a reason, and there you go. Brad Pitt fighting zombies is your thing. And
but I'm still going to judge you.
Some people, that's their first horror movie. I know this. And I was just fortunate enough to have like Zombie be my first one, or an Alien. They were good.
Cheryl's Horrible Horror says, Knock Knock was a much better Eli Roth movie made after Green Inferno. Yeah.
A little more, I mean, like I said, the cannibal angle.
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, if you've never seen Cannibal Holocaust and you've seen the Green Inferno, you kind of got to see them both, man, so you know what's what with it and what he's doing there. And then you'd be like, oh, tribute. Oh, that's nice. So, he loves that movie. So.
Yeah. Cheryl continues, shit, American Mary was 2012. What an amateur. IMDb gave me lies. IMDb is
God.
not as accurate as they seem to be sometimes.
See, I honestly, we really don't know who Letterboxd get their data from.
I don't know who's more accurate than who, but we decided to go with Letterboxd because it's a lot easier to search and
consistent.
Yeah,
at least.
Tarek says Detroit style thin crust is literally the greatest pizza in the world. I might be a Chicago style fan, honestly. I hate to say
pizza.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a place. Don't worry. I'll get you any style you want. Man.
I just got to be careful with it. Andy says, oh, yeah, Dark Skies was good.
Yeah.
Eileen says, oh, man, I need a pen and paper to get my list. Yes, you do. Or join Letterboxd, and you can make your list right there.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, too. It's funny. I'm starting to... It's actually... There's a little bit of a scroll on my page now with all the shit I've been watching, so...
I had one of my karaoke singers that follows me on Letterboxd as well, and she was like, I've been trying to keep up with you in some of the movies that you've been watching, but... And her eyes got really big. She was like, you watch a lot of movies.
I know.
Yeah. I have some free time sometimes, and that's what I do.
If I had more time, especially this time of year, there's very little.
I've probably already seen 50 this year.
I probably got like 30, 35. You went on that 4-day bender of movies.
Oh, yes, I did.
It's like, fuck, man, I can't do that.
Andy said, I did that one already. Eileen said VHS 2? Yeah, it was on Ziggy's list.
I had it.
Faye says, I'm definitely driving to Texas, New Mexico. I might be able to fly.
That one was... Maybe it'll be cheaper from Wisconsin. I don't know, bro. But it was... First of all, again, there's nothing that arrives. You can either land there in the morning or at night. Or you can have a 19-hour layover in Atlanta. And I didn't want to do that. So decided go ahead and land 6.5 hours early and bum around New Mexico. I'll call an Uber, find a movie theater. I'll find something to do.
Find your pizza place.
Find a pizza place.
Yeah. Little Drunk Mama continues, I like signs too, Ziggy. You're forgiven.
All right. Thank you. Yes, that's a good moment.
Joseph said, Hatchet was a huge surprise. I knew nothing about the movie before I went in. Didn't realize it was going to be a love letter to horror. Oh, yeah. Adam Scott is...
Adam Scott or Adam Green?
Or Adam Green. Different kind of cat when it comes to those movies, but they're fun.
Well, he loves the blood and the...
Yeah.
Lots and lots of it and lots of stabbing, and it's just over-the-top fun.
Tarek says, yeah, I need hotels. I don't think I could switch to Airbnb, especially not after Barbarian. Yeah.
That does, you just pretty much, you just got to look at it this way. You're in someone else's house. You can't jack off. You got to just go to bed, man. You know what I mean?
We did a hotel once when we were in Kansas City, and that was sketchy.
That one sucked.
Yeah. You guys did the hotel once in Indy?
We did a hotel in Indy. We did a hotel in Cincinnati a couple of times, right across from
before I was able to start traveling.
Right.
And then once I started, I really got into this Airbnb stuff because I like having just a house especially if it's more than one person, having a house to ourselves where we can each have a different bedroom. We just share a location. Boom.
I had no idea that shit even existed before we started doing that. I was like,
right. This was the first time I ever did it. But a lot of times, if it's just me, like on the way up and back, if it's a long drive, I'll stop halfway. On the way up, I normally stop halfway in Indianapolis. And I have a couple of places in there that I like to stay, but this time they were both booked. And this one wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. And then on the way back from Cincinnati, I normally stop in the St. Louis area, and I have a couple places there I like with people that I'm just basically living in their house for the night. So, which is, and we've gotten to know each other. There's one guy that's a big horror fan. Like, in that room that I rent out from him, he's got, I don't have it up anymore. He's got the same Thing poster that I have. So we kind of connected on there, but he was remodeling his house at the time, this last time, and that stop was sketchy as shit, because that was the one that had the guy, I think, talking on his phone all night, and then I wake up at 4:30 in the morning with a baby just wailing at the top of his lungs upstairs, and I was just like, yeah, I guess I might as well get on the fucking road.
You know what? We've never had that. I mean, when we get to the ones we're staying at together and all that, it's always just us. We're never sharing with anybody.
No.
But I do like, it's much better. The room is way better, and having a house rather than an apartment, especially, I like to smoke a little weed once in a while, so I don't have to go down to my car in a hotel. I can just go right on the porch.
Just go out in the backyard or the front porch. Yeah.
Right. So it's cool that way. It's convenient.
All right, we're catching up with these comments, I think. Tarek says, yeah, I will never fly American again after the last 2 times, but I'd still pick them over Spirit.
Dude, yeah. That's who I'm on for the next 2 fucking flights, all right? American, so don't fucking bum me out. Last time I flew with American, it was pretty good. A little shaky, but the flight was okay. It was on time.
Oh, man, we're all over you're about to get upset. Joseph says, to fart on Spirit Airlines, it costs you $7.50. I definitely can't go on there then. Faye says, I hated American Airlines. Absolute shit. Delta was nice, but you got to pay for it.
Yeah, I usually, my fucking dad gets shit tons of frequent flyer miles, and he's always like, go ahead, and so I getting nice chunks to go ahead and fly Dallas, I get nice discounts there but this time they used it themselves, so they went on a trip someplace, so I was on my own. And, I'm okay. Hey, that's fair, man. With all the fucking gas and the way everything is, I'm a realist. But
we're talking about.
I'm happy.
Talking about airlines and losing people, so I'm going to wrap this up.
Okay. Yes.
Tarek says American is fine so long as you're not on a layover in Dallas Fort Worth. That's always where the nightmare is. Well, yeah. He's got a point there, but you don't have a layover there. You just land there.
That's where That's the destination.
Yeah.
That place is huge. I've had transfer flights there too, for like to Kansas City to Oklahoma. They always fucking go there.
Yeah.
That place is huge.
Faye says, I'm a New York style pizza guy. Tarek says, Chicago style is not pizza. It's pizza soup in a bread bowl. Doesn't count. Go fuck yourself, Tarek.
Hey, he's right.
He is right. But, and he says, I must have tuned in after VHS 2 mentioned. Love that. All right.
I had you covered. Whew. You got a list too, don't you?
I do. Jesus Lord.
That's a lot of comments, though, man. It's good.
There's a lot of comments, and I still don't think I got them all, but I got them.
We don't have the Colonel in here yammering on. We can actually get to some fucking comments once in a while.
He heard that.
He heard that.
All right.
What's that, Colonel?
God damn it. All right. Yes, I do have a top 5 list, and let's see. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 movies to share with Ziggy, which I think is rare. But
I wasn't surprised at all. There was a lot of fucking movies that year. I was like, damn, where was I when this came out? Where was that?
Well, and some of these I discovered this year. Or this last week or 2. Yeah. And actually starting out with number 1, or number 5, I should say. I mean, she likes The Purge better than this, but Lorena recommended a film that I had never heard of. I looked it up. It sounded interesting. Gave it a shot. And I really fucking dug this a lot because of the acting. But Jugface, as Ziggy mentioned, down home goodness, a little bit of inbreeding, a different take on it though. And I've always said I love the Catholic movies. I really love any kind of religious style movie, regardless what the religion is most of the time. In Jugface, there is a cult of some sort, if you will, and they have this these traditions that they go through. They believe in this pit is a creature that is telling them what to do. And if they don't appease the creature in the pit, then all hell breaks loose. And basically that's what happens in this movie. But the main character is great in this, and she's one of those that carries the movie. And I always say that. I'm impressed when there's one actress that has to carry the movie, and she does a great job. So Jugface is my number 5. Are you just doing sign language for... You guys are still doing that, making fun of something I did 4 years ago.
You made an impression. Well, Colonel was the one that kept reminding me that you were doing it. I mean,
in a different format of show, I will add, by God.
Number 5.
Number 4. Ziggy's favorite movie, The Evil Dead. Did not break my top 3, but it is an important piece of horror because it is a remake of The Evil Dead, or a reboot, if you will. And it does a fine job of establishing its roots in that universe and letting you know pretty quick that this is not your daddy's Evil Dead. It's quite a bit different. And I hated it when it came out 10 years ago. I fucking hated it. Did not like it. Because it was so different. But I've grown to appreciate its differences now.
I love the way that, I mean, right away, that girl, they're throwing gas on that girl. She's tied to the pole and everything. And she's begging for her life to her fucking dad, dude. You know, if you don't feel that, and then just once the demon realizes that shit ain't working, man, and just
switches.
Like, fuck, man, that is hardcore.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, I have grown to appreciate it for what it is and its place in horror now. But I was not a fan of it. And it took starting this show and dealing with you guys, yammering on about it all the damn time on games when we would game. I think that was when I gave it a chance. It was probably even before we started this show.
Those assholes kept bringing up licking the fucking glass. And that's a kind of touchy subject with me. It's kind of one of my triggers, I guess. I don't dig that kind of body harm, you know.
Ooh,
then you're getting stabbed under your eyeball. It's the same shit, dude. That was like psychologically, it was killing me. That fucking movie.
One of my future mentions might bother you then.
Oh shit!
Shortly. Well, you know what it is.
I know what it is.
I saw you glancing through these earlier. Number 3 for me, though, probably the only horror comedy on my list. Yeah, I think. And actually, Little Drunk Mama mentioned it, and I'm shocked she did, but Warm Bodies, a zombie love story starring Nicholas Hoult, who was in The Menu, who's in the upcoming Renfield. This is the movie I discovered him in, and I really like him. And I like the way they wrote this movie. It's just a clever way of introducing zombies, to a movie-going audience. You're following the zombie's point of view. You're in the zombie's head. You're hearing what he's thinking, which is a different way of looking at things. Go ahead, Ziggy.
No. I just, it's just too, it is a zombie movie in the sense of the word, but nothing else about it is a zombie movie.
No.
None of the tropes that I would look for are there.
No, but they are. They're just turned around.
Yes, but they're not executed in the way that we like.
Maybe not that you like.
This is when I need Colonel. He would be right up here going, "That's right,
he'd
Crank.
be.
Shut the fuck up, Crank."
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
It's okay.
I know. But
It's not a bad movie, I understand it is. It's nice and it's fun, it's soft, no problem, But yeah, take them off, and then but yeah, dude, it just I don't like the ending at all of that one.
ending's a little cheesy.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
admit.
yeah, and you know, I just when I'm gonna go, I want to see the dead and stuff. I just it's not how I picture it.
No.
Yeah,
But
and
that's one of the reasons why I like it, because it is a completely fresh take on a zombie story.
it is, but we're like Once Bitten with Jim Carrey, like in A Vampire Tale, but that one's that for whatever reason that works. As silly as that shit is, that fucking works for me.
Well,
this one didn't.
This one is more tongue in cheek. The Once Bitten is more slapstick and like
I guess that's where
flamboyant, if you will.
That's where where we're hanging the paintings.
I think I just got Cheryl. I think you just followed me on Letterboxd. I just got a notification. Welcome to the weirdness of my Letterboxd. If you guys are interested too, it's just Red Crank. Find me. Number 2 for me. Enough talk of Warm Bodies, even though I still think it's a great movie. Number 2. Would you fucking stop? This almost jumped into the number 1 spot because I came across this film in just a random search. It almost jumped into my number 1 spot, but it did not. But barely. And I had to watch what I thought was my number 1 again just to confirm. Immediately after watching this movie. But again, it's a family. There's some kind of mysterious cult-like stuff going on with them, but you don't really get it all pieced together. It is called We Are What We Are. And it's a slow burn, big shock. But I fucking love this movie. And this is one that I recommended to my karaoke friend Isabel that recently started following me. And she was like, I try to keep up with you, but you watch a lot of movies. And I said, okay, if you watch anything that I've watched in the last 10 days, watch this one. And the next day she was just like, she watched it and gave it like 4.5 stars on Letterboxd, I think. It's a different kind of film too, but it starts with the mother passing away, and then the daughters have to take on the mother's responsibility in the household, which involves, and I can't say much more about it because it'll fucking ruin it. But if you haven't seen it, and Grimmer, I'm looking at you. I need your help to back me up in this. I can't see the comments right now, but I'm gonna need your help here. We Are What We Are. Check it out. Honorable mentions, and yes, I can't really say anything else about it unless it ruins it. Oh God.
He says, I believe We Are What We Are is a remake.
It is.
Yeah.
Based on a Mexican film, I believe.
Right.
I have not seen the original Mexican film, but I freaking love this one. So, honorable mentions for me. It kind of got mentioned, and like I said, Chloe Grace Moretz, Can Do No Wrong, Carrie, is one of my honorable mentions. I could not put this in the top 5 because it's not... I don't think the 78 Carrie needed to be remade, but I know why they did this. Because Chloe was rising as a kid star, and I think this was her first lead in a feature film. Like she's the character. And she does it great for what it is. Yes, she's too attractive to be Carrie. Agreed. But she plays it all pretty well.
It was just too soon. They just made that fucking movie. They just remade it already, and then it that quick again. That's what that problem was with that movie.
Well, I think the rights changed hands multiple times.
Fucking morons. Like I said, they need some more people like people that watch the show, people like us up in Hollywood going,
But they're never going to do that.
Think about this for a second. Before we fucking go and remake this a fifth time, let's maybe, try to get something original going with it, but they'll never do that. They know better. They know better.
Well, I take that back. I say they would never do that. They do with like Eli Roth, with Adam Green, people like that.
And
but they're not.
It's just because some, you know what I mean? It's the fans responded to it. These guys went bare minimum. These guys probably spent their own money to get some of these films made, put their own money in on the projects. And then Hollywood got the benefit because they were the studio that got to release it. Now this guy can do no wrong. Oh, look at him. He's got the golden touch. Let's give him $5 million and see what he can do. Give him $10 million.
Well, dude, I guarantee you a director like Ty West has been thrown, hey, will you remake this? Will you remake that? Will you remake this? And he's just been like, no. Go fuck yourself. Oh, $10 million paycheck? No. Go fuck yourself.
When you're on the track he's on and you see the light at the end of the tunnel he's going through, I would tell them to fuck off as well.
Right, but it's happened, and it's happening to other directors. I mean, we see it all the time.
Integrity isn't completely dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Andy Muschietti, looking at you. Anyway, yeah. Carrie's on my list. I enjoy Chloe Grace Moretz's performance in this. Other than that, yeah. Another honorable mention for me, and this was one I actually just watched, and it snuck into my list. It actually, I think, knocked out Hatchet 3. But I enjoyed the shit out of The Sacrament, man. It's been on my list for a couple of weeks to watch, but I finally was in that frame of mind that I would prefer to be in to watch movies, so I watched like 4 today. So this happened to be one of them. And god damn, this is Jim Jones on film, man. And I also love the fact that he ties it into, at the time, what was an up-and-coming media channel, that Vice News, which is pretty big now, and he ties it to that. And they stick to the end of the credits, playing like, this is based on a true story. This is, real documentary footage, but obviously it's not.
Yeah, it's loosely based on
Heaven's Gate.
Was it the Heaven's Gate?
Or it seemed that, the guy, father looked like a Jim Jones knockoff. And then, of course, the Kool-Aid thing.
All right, I'll take Ithaca.
Yeah.
I could see that one.
Yeah. But man, this was a fun film, and again,
that was
It takes a little bit to get really going, but this one at least there are little clues,
I was sitting there going, this movie ain't on Crank's fucking list, and I'm fucking, what I mean? I'll eat my hat. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Yeah. It just snuck in.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kane. Happy birthday, Kane Hodder.
Yeah, but honorable mention.
Sorry,
that's surprising to me.
Dude, I'm sticking by my top 5.
I got you.
I am totally sticking by my top 5. Next honorable mention for me is, where is it? There it is. The Conjuring. I almost didn't want to include this. I almost didn't. This almost dropped off the list instead of Hatchet 3, but Hatchet 3 is a little bit of a weak episode in that series.
Once again, with Danielle in it, I thought it was a shoo-in. Boy, you must really, really have Amy Steele on the brain if you're fucking pushing Danielle off the list.
I'm not pushing Danielle off the list. I want to go on record real quick. Not pushing her off the list.
Danielle.
I'm pushing Kane. Yeah, go. Good luck.
He's moved on. Good luck.
I'm
available. I know that hurts, Frank.
Yeah, it hurts. Conjuring, another honorable mention. And actually, I'm going to sneak one more honorable mention into you, but it has to be brought up, and it hasn't yet. You all right?
Yeah, I just heard something weird over here a
Oh.
second ago. Yeah.
Well, don't turn the lights out.
No.
But the short film of Lights Out needs to be mentioned. No, is it a top 5? No, but it just definitely needs to be mentioned. Less than 3 minutes of probably some of the most effective filmmaking in 2013, I would say. Ziggy, would you agree or disagree?
Fantastic. And when you watch that and then see what they stretched that into 90 minutes, I mean, it doesn't work.
See, I have a theory about that now. I think a lot of studios and producers don't give a shit how bad a movie is going to be that's based on like the creepypasta stuff or little shorts like this that blow up the internet, because they know the audience is there. They're going to get that first week of ticket sales and even that second week of ticket sales.
And
if
DVD
the movie
sales,
sucks,
download,
well, no.
stream.
If the movie sucks, they've made their money, and they'll get a little bit on DVD and streaming and shit like that too. But they've made their money.
Yeah, but they can, even if they don't
care.
make their money, they can write that shit off and make their money that way. So they're gonna,
No.
even if it loses, they win. That's what fucking got to change with these motherfuckers.
Right. But I believe, I agree with you. You are absolutely correct. This is a short that should not have been made into a feature. Or not the feature we got anyway. But
that's one of the best shorts of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Some shorts need to stay just that, shorts. I digress. My number one, if you haven't figured it out by now, go ahead. Go ahead. You got something to say?
No,
you got something to say?
Nothing.
All right. My number one, Mike Flanagan's debut, Oculus. I think this is a fascinating debut. I think it's great storytelling. The characters are wonderful. The imagery is creepy as shit. And I love the storytelling device that he uses in this, that where you're in present day, but you're also blending in what happened to the main characters as kids 11 years previously. And the way it's laid together just fucking fascinates me. And like I said, it was between Oculus and We Are What We Are fighting for number one on my list. But I had to rewatch Oculus again, and yeah, it stayed at that top spot. And that is, yeah, I stand by that. So thank you. That's my list.
I'm not surprised at that.
Of course you're not surprised. Why would you be surprised? You knew it was going to be on my list.
Well, Flanagan, I mean, it's like when I get a chance to, talk about a Fulci or something,
Right.
It's going to happen. I'm going to
like
work.
Like I knew All Hallows Eve, you were going to put that pretty subpar film high up on your list because of Art the Clown.
Still some good scenes, man. Murders kids, dude.
Blah, blah,
Kids.
Blah, 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 blah.
Kids. Damien, man.
Oh, man. All
What
right.
the hell is the matter with you anyway?
Jesus. Okay, where are we here?
More comments.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was trying to... Okay, here we go. Joseph says, check out the Meow Wolf Museum in New Mexico. Designed by George R.R. Martin, Game of Thrones creator. Huge acid trip without the acid. Check into it, and it's an amazing experience if you're looking for something to do. I'm spending a few days after the con in New Mexico, so yeah, I'll look it up.
Is that near the airport?
There you could spend 6 hours in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, is that in Albuquerque, Joseph, if you don't mind answering? Or anybody else that might know? Faye says, that sounds very cool. Thanks for the tip. He also says, shit, that's what happened with me. No wonder I hate American. Lorena says, been years since I watched Jugface 2. Need to revisit, but I liked it a lot on first watch. And I like shitty movies. Tara, no, you don't like shitty movies. I appreciate the fact that you recommended Jugface, and I was able to watch and enjoy it.
You're a Jugface.
You're a Jugface. Tarek said, that sold me on Jugface. We'll watch it. I can't deal with a poorly cast main. If she's carrying it, I'm in. She does, I think.
You know, that's something we bitch about a lot, and I agree. She handles it fine. She maneuvers them waters well. I don't know why I put a southern accent on there. I just came out.
Yeah. Rachel says, Phase, yeah, DFW is a mess, and this is coming from someone who grew up in Dallas. It's only gotten worse over the years as they keep doing construction. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Oh, what was it? I was going to join you guys on Monday. That when the first year from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I left.
Yeah, and you were stuck in Dallas.
Yeah, we fucking landed. I was all like 45 minutes, no problem. And you know, by the time we got off the plane and I got on the stupid monorail and went around the fucking whole park, I when I walked to my gate, they were boarding. They were already to my section. So when I jumped down for like 2 seconds and said, "Hey, see you next week. Gotta go."
Yeah. Rachel also says, I liked Warm Bodies as well. Very interesting movie. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it. Tarek says, I didn't like... Never mind. We don't need to read that. No, I'm just kidding. Tarek says, I didn't like Warm Bodies, but it's really just me bored of zombie stuff. It was really well-written, brilliant narration. Yeah. That's what I like about films, guys.
Yeah.
Rosie's here, says, hey, guys. Hi, Rosie.
Dave must be off the air.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why my voice went up 3 octaves while I said hello to you, but hi. Grimmer says, letterbox for life. That's right.
Yeah.
He's been talking to us about it for like 2.5 years, and we finally jumped in. Joseph says, I loved Warm Bodies. Very unique and original. It was a fun movie to watch. I really enjoyed this one too, Crank. Thank you. Boom.
That's fine.
Grimmer says, I want to see Warm Bodies. Been putting that one off. Check it out. You hit this one. Yeah. Kind of know what you mean, though. All right. Cool. Tarek says, Crank nailed it. It's about the budget being only slightly less than the guaranteed opening weekend and the filming location tax incentive.
Tax incentive.
There you go. Grimmer says, I enjoyed Oculus.
Yeah.
Lorena says, great list, guys. Tyrone.
Who said that?
I said it right. Don't fuck with me.
Oh, I? All right.
Lorena.
Better write that down.
That's right.
Replay the tape, guys. Can we get a replay? No replays? Okay, you're off the hook this time. Something wrong with the replay machine over there.
Tyrone says, completely agree with both your lists, depending on which side of my brain I'm thinking with. Nicely done, fellas. Fuck you, Ziggy.
Wait a minute. What's he saying there?
He said, fuck you, Ziggy.
And I'm the dumbass that's all stoned and everything, and I'm just watching the movies with no thought and no...
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You would say that, though. But I would still see the whole plot. You would be having to get up to shit, so you'd miss some of it.
If we had eaten sometime right before the movie, yeah.
I just won't. I learned I can't challenge this guy to finish, a platter that's this big of food, pulled pork, and he tried to eat the whole thing, man.
Dude, I went to a barbecue place last week with some friends and ordered the big meal, the 3-meat combo, which I always get, and it comes out on like a little cafeteria tray. It's not even on a plate. They just throw butcher paper down on a cafeteria tray and throw all of it on there. This was Thursday, I think. I finished that today. I've eaten it almost every day for the last 4 days, and I finished it all today. It's so much food. But, yeah. When I'm around here, I don't do that. And no one challenges me anymore and says, you're not going to eat all that. And I'm like, motherfucker, watch this.
It was just an observation is all it was. I mean, it wasn't any money on it or anything. The dude just dove in. You know, I'm saying I had one of the best hamburgers and fries in the history of hamburgers and fries. It was really good. But the next day, he looked like his appendix burst. Just laying out in the van,
I was hurting.
Man.
I was hurting.
Sweating profusely.
Yeah. Well, we almost had that happen in Cincy this last time when we had the pizza the Friday night. And
yeah, you were in a mess.
Yeah,
What was that? Papa John's got him. Watch out for the.
Well, I think I asked for light sauce, but I don't think they did light sauce.
Yeah, I thought that was quite tasty.
Yeah.
See, we were going to get the local joint, but man, everything shuts down. And
they close early.
10 o'clock. Yeah. Shit, man, they're out of there. 9 o'clock. So we had to go with the chain.
Yeah, which I hate, but that's just me.
Hey, I'm looking forward to hit New Mexico and see what they got. Dallas. I know they got some good shit down there.
Joseph says his list: number 5, Oculus; number 4, World War Z;
Joseph.
Fast Zombies scare the living hell out of me; number 3, Warm Bodies; number 2, Insidious 2, love this series; number 1, Easy, The Conjuring, scared the living crap out of me; gotta visit this place, both film and real location. Yeah, that would be cool.
World War Z, huh?
He said World War Z.
I'll accept it.
All right.
I'm not going to trash anybody's movies. I'm here to make friends. I'm not trying to piss anybody off.
Yeah, we don't want to piss anybody off again. Tarek says, never saw Oculus, but it's because I was warned against it by mistake. The mistake being they were saying avoid Ouija, not Oculus. So I need to circle back to that. Flanagan did one of the Ouija sequels too, though. Origin of Evil, if I believe.
One of them is excellent. It's probably that one.
Yeah.
I would think if Flanagan did it, that's probably the good one. That's scary, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, the first 2 I think are bad.
And that's what. Remember when I said orphan? I go, they got like 5 orphans, and Colonel's like, no, they got 2. It was Ouija. Ouija was what I was thinking of. Other O. So you have Oculus,
Ouija, and Orphan.
Right. Lots of horror. Oh.
Faye says, I think I'm going to check out Oculus based on what Crank said. Absolutely, man. This I think that's right up your alley. I think you'd appreciate that. Rosie says, first Art the Clown actor wasn't as great as the current actor. He had his own take on things.
Yeah, he put his own flair on it, and you definitely see where David borrowed a couple of his mannerisms for sure. But they're both sick fucks. There's no question. But then again, let's put it on Damien, man. It's all Damien Leone. This guy needs therapy.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm not sure I can. Not even sure I can read this. This is country speak. Jimmy says, Rachel, you is are from Texas. Oh, I'm sorry. Howdy, y'all. I think that's what he's trying to say. No. That's about as hillbilly as I can get right now. Rosie says, Ziggy, you tease. Love you guys, too. Tarek says, yeah, brilliant list, fellas. And Lorena says, bitch tits.
Must mean you.
I don't know why. Tarek says, post restaurant story by Crank. I'd just like to say on behalf of diabetics everywhere, fuck you, Crank. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, he paid, dude. He was.
I did pay.
Sunday, he did nothing. He stayed in the van.
I made one lap.
He did one lap.
Then I was like, nope.
And then, like the first guy that ever recognized DCS on location, one of his cats, Dylan.
Dylan, yeah.
And I was walking around with him, and I was like, fuck, man, the security's been up our ass the whole time. I go, Frank's out of commission. He's in the van. The platter got him last night at the fucking tin roof, wherever the fuck it was.
Well, I'm learning how to still eat the foods I want to eat, but in moderation, which I'm not good with.
I was just going, fuck, I hope this dude wakes up before I got to get to the airport.
You're driving to the airport and just leaving me in the parking lot.
Yep. All right, dude, thanks.
All right, we got EA Horror. It's in the game. Hello, everyone. Hey,
What's up, man?
Welcome to the show. He says Eli Roth's Sacrament came out in 2013. Great movie. Yeah, made both of our lists, didn't it?
I didn't have Sacrament. That could be my number 6.
Wait, you didn't?
No. Oh, The Sacrament. Yes.
Yeah.
Ty West. Yes. Number
Yeah.
5, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I was like, yeah.
Made both of our lists. Yes. Sorry.
Joseph says, just checked. Sorry, guys. Meow Wolf is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. You know what? I'll still probably swing by and check it out.
How far is it? Is it within 6 hours of the airport?
Not walking.
Right. You can Uber. I'm sure Uber runs.
Actually, I hope I am going to stop in Santa Fe at some point. I don't know if I'm doing it on the way there or on the way back, but I am going to spend a little bit of time in Santa Fe because I'll tell you this: the best pizza I ever had in my fucking life was at a place in Santa Fe.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Wait
it's
a
still
minute,
there. I don't remember the name of the place or anything, but
What's further west? New Mexico or Oklahoma?
Albuquerque, New Mexico is
New
further
Mexico's
west.
further west, right?
Yeah.
So this will be the furthest west I've ever been.
Yeah. A friend of mine was going to some little small college in Santa Fe and took me to this place. And
Fucking college town pizzas joints are the fucking bomb, dude.
oh, dude, this stuff was so good.
I mean, I lived in Ann Arbor, fucking Lansing. I was
Yep.
right there, dude, right with all that shit. So, I mean, got to give the hats off to Gumby's, man, in Lansing. 4 a.m. pizzas, dude. Hell yeah.
All right. Joseph says, I know. I didn't think World War Z was that bad. Not a Brad Pitt fan, but the visuals in this movie were amazing. Yeah.
Oh. It was
Jimmy,
just. It was
Jimmy
fucking
says,
flake.
Zag would like to know if that pizza place is 6 hours away from the airport. Of course he would.
I hope it's 3 hours. If it's 3, it's done deal. That's what's
Yeah, you
happening.
can walk there and
That's
back.
where we're going. Yep. Like, is there a bus going that way? What the fuck?
Ooh, Rachel says, I've heard about the ghost tour of Old Town Albuquerque. Done and done.
Yeah, because I'm staying till.
Are you staying a day or two
Till
extra?
Tuesday.
Nice.
So yeah.
I'm staying until. Yeah, I got to start.
Because
well, I
we
got
got
to
to
drive
get out
back
of the
Wednesday.
joint. Don't we got to get out of the joint at Sunday? The Airbnb?
We haven't booked that one yet.
Oh,
So I can book it for Thursday through
at least
Tuesday.
Monday.
yeah.
Or well, fuck, I guess Tuesday.
Well, I'm staying until Wednesday. So
Okay, because I don't leave till it's late, like it's like 7 o'clock or some shit,
okay.
6 or 7, 5 o'clock, 5 to 7, somewhere in there.
I think I missed a couple here. There we go. Tarek says, okay, that makes me feel a little better. Sorry, Crank. Yeah, I can be damaged, but now in my 20s, fucking like garbage disposal. I have defeated semi-professional wrestlers at eating competitions. A ridiculous amount of food used to be able to go in this gut, and that's probably what fucking killed me. But
I used to go with Lan to a joint in Lansing called Crunchies. Remember that one, dude?
he's mentioning one here in a second
Yeah.
when I get to it. Tarek says, by the way, yeah, the Flanagan one is the prequel, or Ouija, Origin of Evil.
Yes.
The first 2014 one is supposedly unwatchably bad.
That's what I've heard about that. The Origin of Evil. My brother even says that shit is good, and he
That's
hates
pretty
everything.
good.
He's like
Yeah.
Mikey when it comes to Wheaties or Life,
Rosie's-
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Rosie says, being that I'm from Chicago, it's crazy to hear that your best pizza was from Santa Fe. I gotta try it. I was shocked too, but it's been like, God, when would this have been? This was 15 years ago. So this place is probably not even there anymore. But this shit made an impression on me. And I have never forgotten it. I've forgotten what the place was called, but I have never forgotten that meal. It was just that good.
Well, you better bet your ass we're going to find at least one joint and try it out.
Oh,
Gumby's.
Tarek says, Gumby's Pizza in Lansing. Oh, my God. Why did that go? That should not have goed. I want it to go back. Was that good stuff?
It was good because it was just like an old school fucking 80s pizza. You know, thick ass dough, but they just did it right. But they had an odd pizza there called Sir Pizza. And it was like their big thing was toppings to the edge. But they used like the frozen like pizza pepperoni, the diced shit. But damn it, it worked. It had a great fucking weird flavor to it, man. I used to fucking love that. It's gone probably too now, I'm sure.
Yeah. Joseph says, best pizza, Gino's east of Chicago. Best hamburger in my entire life. No joke. Ferndale, California. It's the little town that they filmed the original Salem's Lot in. Amazing. I think I've had Gino's before, and that was pretty damn good too. I think it was one of the ones that was in downtown Chicago though. BK says, me and Bridget just had Sir Pizza a few months ago.
Where at?
Tarek said, Sir Pizza's still around? Every topping is cubed. Very weird.
Oh, fuck, dude. I gotta have it, man. That's worth a trip to Lansing just for that.
Right. Faye says, I'm down to check out Santa Fe, especially that pizza. And Lorena says, get to Old Town if you can in Albuquerque. Definitely going to check that out.
Old Town Albuquerque.
The ghost tour. I'm definitely into that. We got to pick a night. Like, maybe we can do that.
Well, like I said,
Thursday night.
We've got the extra nights. Yeah, Thursday, you know. I'll certainly be there. You know,
yeah.
Whenever Phase is arriving, that's when we'll try to plan it.
All right. We even though the colonel's not here, we've got his list. We might as well go ahead and run through it for you.
Fuck yeah, let's make fun of this shit. Do it.
I'll let you make fun of it, but I'll just read it because we're already at 2 hours. So
we're both a couple of chatty Cathys tonight, man. I don't know what.
Well, we've had a shit ton of comments tonight, and thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's just trying to keep up with them all is rough. All right, here's Colonel's top 5 for 2013, folks. I'm not going to spend much time on them. Number 5, Green Inferno. Now you see why I'm not going to spend much time on them. Yeah. Number 4. Yeah, keep that sound bit ready. Number 4, A Haunted House.
Oh, that's the funny one, right?
The Marlon Wayans parody.
Damn, I would have put that on my list.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, I like that one. It's really funny, dude. It's actually funny. It's not as silly as Scary Movie.
You guys there's something wrong with you. All right, number 3, Mama. I looked for that one, but I couldn't find it.
Can't boo that one either, even though it's pretty light.
Number 2, Evil Dead.
Fuck. All right.
Wow. He even put Evil Dead not number 1. I was actually kind of shocked.
You put The Conjuring first?
We'll just have to see.
We'll have to see. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. All Hallows Eve. Good Lord. Texas Chainsaw is another honorable mention.
Adam Marcus has a message for that one.
And another honorable mention, Hatchet 3. So, yep. Just based on the theory, process of elimination, his number 1, Oculus. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, whoa, man.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's not his number 1. His number 1, of course, is The Conjuring. So there's the Colonel's list. Give it its proper due in the comments. Thank you, Colonel.
Thanks, Colonel.
Oh wait.
Yeah, that's what.
was already down there.
There we go. See, Lorena says Green Inferno. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Tarek says I will not watch any Wayans parody again. So no, sorry.
I said that too, and then I ended up having to go see it for whatever reason, and I was chuckling throughout the whole fucking thing, dude. It's like it's totally Paranormal Activity, you know what I mean? Done their way.
Faye said I didn't realize that Texas Chainsaw was 2013. Well, it was one of them that was made in 2013.
Adam Marcus wrote a gem of a film, and they butchered it.
They fucked it all up. Not surprised it took until now to be mentioned, honestly. And Lorena, good on you, Colonel, for Green Inferno. Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust.
BK says that Sir Pizza is in Old Town Lansing, down the street from the Meat Barbecue.
I knew where mine was. Excuse me.
Well, all right. Rosie said...
I talked my whole fucking weekend up.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yes, Sir Pizza was... I knew where my apartment was. I knew what road to take to get it. And when last time I went through Lansing, went to two places. Sir Pizza, it was gone. And then there was a place called Cupie Burger. And I know they've moved it. I've just rediscovered that it moved somewhere else. It's been around for like 100 fucking years. Hamburger joint. It's really good. But so yes, I will find it the next time I get through Lansing, for sure. Okay.
Hey, Tarek, thank you for also following me on Letterboxd. I'll try to reciprocate when I get back on there later.
I think I'm Zigzag DCS on there.
Are you on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
Rosie wants to know, would parodies work nowadays?
How do you mean?
I think she means would like a Wayans comedy parody film like a haunted house and scary movie, could they make those now for like
as long as
could they do something along the lines of like a joke movie about Hereditary, Midsommar,
Skinamarink?
Like well, somebody did do a Skinamarink joke one.
I saw that too.
Not a mainstream, but
well, I think yes, as long as you're coming out with shit that's somewhat original, you can. Crank just went down the fucking list. The whole new horror, the new world of horror, the Midsommars, the Ari Asters, Mike Flanagan's, these slow burn fucking things probably are. Someone's gonna do one, and who knows? Maybe it'll be funny. I think so. What do you think?
I think the Wayans brothers are past their prime.
Well, maybe not them, but somebody else can do it. You know?
Like they had their moment.
Because the Zuckers fucking did the first Scary Movie. Zuckerberg. Or the guys that did Airplane. One of the guys that did Airplane.
That was the Wayans.
The first Scary Movie I'm talking, dude. Wayans got it at like 2 or 3, I thought they took it over.
No, that was always the Wayans. They may have been like... Don't make me look this up. But
I'll
no,
look it up.
You look it up. No, the Zuckers were already done after like all the Naked Guns. That was like the end of their parody time, I think. But yeah, they did great stuff. They did didn't they do Hot Shots? Or no, not Hot Shots. What was the one about the spy one with Val Kilmer? That one was great. Yeah. Anyway, I think a parody could work, but it's got to be, well, shit, man. We have that one that's coming out. I don't know if it's necessarily a parody, but it, The Blackening. Have you seen the trailers for that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
so
that looks fun as shit. Yes, Rosie, Top Secret. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you. That one is hysterical. Yep, and Lorena as well. That's one of the funnier unknown movies out there. But
No, all weigh-ins. You're right.
yeah. But yeah, I love the Zuckers also. Airplane, both of those were great. Naked Guns were great. They had some other ones.
What they did.
But yeah, I was never a fan of the scary movies, really. I can't even watch more than like 10, 15 minutes of the paranormal activity bullshit. I'm never seen a haunted house, and I don't expect to, so.
There's just it's not a whole like ensemble cast. There's just two of them, just like Paranormal Activity. So,
Mhm.
and it's fun. I don't know. I found that one really, and the sequel even had its moments, but
No.
they didn't go
No,
any
thank
further. They didn't make 5 of them.
Yeah, no thank you. Rosie also says Loaded Weapon. Yes. That was fun too. Tarek says good points from Crank and Zig. Both made me think the smart and probable move is Wayans to exec produce a few parodies. Maybe, but the only thing is the Wayans, when they get their hands on it, they have their hands on it. They're all over it. So, which I don't blame them for in a way.
I haven't really seen too many Wayans appearances around lately. They Sean came on did the Daily Show for a week,
Yeah,
or was it Marlon? One of the twins came.
I think it was Marlon.
Yeah, and
Anyway.
well, he said if I suck, I'm Sean.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. All right, we got to get out of here, man. It's
We were rolling
been too
late
long.
tonight. I was trying to hold and stall a little bit for Colonel, but he ain't showing up. They had to get the ice cream into McDonald's tonight. So
Maybe they won.
yep.
So, all right, gang. As always, thanks for tuning in. Next week we will be doing. Let me double check this. I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing our Evil Dead franchise rankings. So we're going to be ranking in order our favorite films from the Evil Dead franchise: Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead remake from 2013, and we're also including Ash vs. Evil Dead. So,
And then we can say where will we place the brand
Evil Dead
new
Rise.
entry? Yep, the next week.
we'll tell you that the next week when we
Next
do our Evil Dead Rise review. And let me drop us back down here now. Okay, there we go. That's better. Tired of being floating up there at the top. But yeah, that's our next 2 weeks of shows. And then, yeah, get ready, Texas. We're coming for you.
Ooh.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to
It's real. Now it's
be
real.
fun. It's going to be fun, though.
And I'm looking at the autographed Fog jacket, record jacket. John Carpenter was going to get his hands on it. It's like he was married to Adrienne Barbeau, so maybe he's going to be like, yeah, just watch him scratch it off or something and be like,
They're still, I think, friendly.
hopefully.
Well, in the son that he writes with, that's their son, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, so they've got to be at least somewhat cordial.
Everyone keeps saying he's an asshole, and I'm just, I'm just really hoping that I'm just not going to say nothing. I'm just going to be like, hi, nice to meet you, sir. Thank you for making my youth cool. Sign this.
And he'll be like, yeah, never heard that one before.
Yeah, I haven't heard that shit before.
There you go.
Loser. Move along. Next.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, wait. He may ask you, hey, what are you smoking?
That might be better than smoking weed with Dimebag Darrell. I don't know. It has to happen so I can compare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has to happen. Let's see.
Well, we got to get John to sign this, and then if everything goes the way I think it's going, that gets completed beginning of October. Oh, man.
We'll see.
Dude, I will shit a brick.
We'll see.
That's as big as it gets.
I know. All right. Thanks to our members before Ziggy opens his big maw and says too much. But, yeah, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, Charles, Tanya, and Tyrone, our crazy Ralph, Raymond, our camp counselors, Detroit Dave, Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, Canadian Dave, and JJ.
Love it.
But yeah, tune in next week for our Evil Dead Rise rankings. And yeah, later, everybody.
Not Evil Dead Rise rankings, Evil Dead rankings.
Our Evil Dead rankings. Okay, whatever. And then, yeah, join in with yours as well. Start working on your list now. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Woo!
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Ba 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 ba.